We've got some good stuff here.
Gotta go rolling.
Rolling. What? Someone's bloody high on salad sandwich.
I am high on salad sandwich.
Everyone relax. This is TOFOP. I'm Charlie Clausen.
I'm Wil Anderson. Hello and thank you for watching. And I am high on salad sandwich.
We just crammed a couple of giant sandwiches.
Giant
I couldn't even
sandwiches.
finish mine. I could
they're
only
so
eat
heavy.
half.
Oh, you only ate half?
Yeah. It was too. I mean, I was loving it, but it was a lot
Interesting.
and a lot of chili oil, which I'm good with chili, but it's making me sneeze. And there was 5 of us in the room, and I didn't want to be eating and sneezing. Eating and Sneezin, my favourite Beastie Boys.
Yeah, I loved Eatin and Sneezin. The sequel to
Rhymin' and Stealin'. Eating and Sneezin. That is definitely the middle-aged man version. I used to rhyme and steal, now I eat and sneeze.
That would be a great Beastie Boys lyric if the Beastie Boys were now Beastie Men. If they had,
Too much chili on my sandwich, now I'm eating and sneezing.
like that does sound like a Beastie Boys lyric, like too much chili on my sandwich, now I'm eating and sneezing. You'd be like, yeah, I got to add rock. Too much chili on my sandwich, now I'm eating and sneezing. Yeah.
We had a couple of delicious sandwiches, but you came in all charged up, high on bloody on veggies, and you started making claim that we are pioneers. Pioneers, right?
Yeah, you and I. Podcasting pioneers.
We are. We're pioneers in the sense that,
Australia's longest running comedy podcast.
well, are we pioneers,
Are we?
or
I
have
don't know
we
if
just
that's true, actually.
have we just outlasted?
Yeah.
Because it would have been pioneers are people who forged new territory. I don't know that we necessarily.
Some of them died, but we're
Yes.
still here.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Wills and Burke.
There were definitely people who came before us.
Yes.
For sure.
100%.
Oh, no. I mean, no denial.
In Australia,
Yes.
what's the first time I can think of 2 comedians? And I thought I can think of who did pods before us.
I think the Little Dum Dum Club was before us, only by a
Probably.
matter of weeks.
I
but
remember
think it
Josh
was-
Thomas had one called Josh Thomas and
yes,
Friend.
Yes.
And
with Tom Ward.
Lawrence Lung had one as well, I believe.
Yes.
But I don't remember what that was called.
But there was a few other, there was definitely other podcasts around that were not comedy podcasts as well.
Yes, definitely.
But this was firstly, it turns out that we missed our 15-year anniversary. That's now the stage
we have
we're
been
at.
married that long.
Now we're in the stage of the relationship where it's like, remember when we did 500 episodes and we invited Russell Crowe in, and now it's like 15 years and it's like blah blah blah. What are you doing tonight? You awake?
Let's read some letters.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So there was a list of. I was like, we've been doing this long enough now that this has turned into we were here. This is now a thing that big, established people come into podcasting. They use it in very big established ways, and you can have huge shows that have enormous reach, interview presidents and change election results, possibly, right? That is the power that podcasting now has. It has grown into that industry within our lifetimes. And now we're seeing people like Mark Maron, who were, particularly in comedy
Real
podcasting, real pioneers.
Yeah.
Deciding that maybe it's time to give it up, to walk away. You've got others, people like Dude and Jimmy Pardo, who have been, again, podcasting pioneers in that space, who have continued to reinvent or at least find new ways to connect to new audiences doing the thing that is that they do, right?
Grow.
Or at least stay.
Yeah.
Not go away, right?
Yeah.
To be consistent, to remain through the highs and the lows. But while everything else grew around us, we were the part of the original crew, back in the days when it was enough that there was a podcast festival and everyone went to that festival, not because they loved specific acts, but because they liked podcasts.
Yeah.
They all were into podcasts together, and it was enough that it was a podcast. That's not what it is anymore. It's not what it will ever be again.
No.
But it's rare that you get to be there for the majority of this. We weren't the people who started the party.
Yeah.
But we were some of the first
We're the
people
guy-
who wandered into the party.
We're the
right?
guy where it's 4 a.m. You're like, there's a dude asleep on the couch. Does anyone know who that is?
We were one of the, we weren't able to harness this in any way that was profitable for us, but we have been, at least we can reassure ourselves that there was a part of us that knew there was something in this, right?
Yes.
Like we
didn't know how to make anything out of it, but
and
we knew
we've
someone
never
would.
worked it out. But we knew there was a way. We never found it ourselves, but we had the sense that it was a thing. Does it not give you some confidence that our instincts were at least good? Because when you see these new technologies come along and somebody becomes big on TikTok or whatever the next thing will be, I often look at those people as if they are magicians. How did they know? But we did that. We were there at the start of a thing that has turned into a really big thing.
But I kind of, maybe it's just because of niche interest, but I sort of feel like when we started doing it, like you had the Ricky Gervais one, you had Smodcast, you had Mark Maron. So
there was a
I
handful.
feel like, but I guess the wider general public had no idea. They weren't big. They were big to me. I thought these things were huge shows. And
I mean,
massive,
there was a fair amount of time, like while we've been doing this, he had to explain to somebody what a podcast was or how to download a podcast. Whereas that is not the case at all anymore. It's just a different world where everybody understands what a podcast is.
Yeah, it's true. And they all have, I mean, the thing that I wonder, fashion is cyclical and things come around. If we just hold the line on being old school.
But what's the problem if you were never fashionable?
But that's the thing though. We're not fashionable, but because
it's not like there was this great moment.
We sit outside of fashion, right?
Yeah, okay.
Because we exist outside of trends and fashion and what's cool. Well, not
we're the coolest thing of all, being anti-cool.
I just feel like we exist in an own space, which is like not. We are not vulnerable to the ebbs and flows of taste and popularity. It's just like we are what we are. We're just there. We're a thing. We're not omnipotent. What's the thing where it's just we're ubiquitous?
You know what I think we are? We have some. I don't think there is a podcast that spends as much time questioning the nature of its podcast.
We're like the Dr. Manhattan of fucking podcasts. Like Who are we? What is the purpose of this?
If AI was like, what's TOFOP about? It'd be like, well, every about 3 episodes, it's about what is it about?
Well, what we're about today, Will, is fucking
letters.
emptying out a mailbag.
Empty out the bag.
It's time for letters. We get letters. We get lots and lots of letters. Letters. And apologies. Let's see. When
2 people who like music and singing. Apologies.
I just spat drool onto myself because of that chili oil. I'm not done fucking eating and sneezing.
Eating and sneezing, spitting.
Okay, this mail goes back as far as May.
May this year. Oh my God. Well, I guess that's the best of years.
Because sometimes we don't always get to the letters. Sometimes,
true.
we get sidetracked.
Yeah. May. That's okay. What was going on in May?
In May. Well, here's the thing, right?
The election.
A couple of weeks ago.
Got a good feeling about no.
I'm all in. About 3 weeks ago, you would have heard we did a compilation episode about your obsession with your Stanley Cup and how you
not here today, by the way.
Yeah, and neither is mine.
No, I'll tell you why though. Because my Stanley Cup. Because I'm at home a little bit more. I haven't been traveling since I got back from overseas. Charlie. So I'm in an era at the moment, which is my get up in the morning.
Yes.
Get like a fresh passion fruit. And I will like
such fucking old man behavior. Yeah. Would you pick it from the tree yourself?
So no, but I've been going to the markets, getting these beautiful like passion fruit, and then in the morning there's a specific kind. I don't know enough
Not
about
the
passion
wrinkly
fruit.
scrote one.
No,
the
round one.
Round
the firmer rounded one.
Yeah.
They will still become
youthful one.
They will still become scrote-like as if you keep them in the bowl for long enough.
Yeah.
But they rarely stay in the bowl for long enough at my house because they are multi-purpose. I will put a little bit of the kind of, I don't know, what will you call the actual passion fruit? The
seeds.
No, not the seeds. The pith.
What's zest?
The zest. Whatever it is. The
white zest.
No. I'm talking about the actual passion fruit. The fruit itself.
The seed. Isn't it called seed?
But what's the liquid around the seeds?
The gut, jelly, the goo.
The goo. I will get the goo.
Yeah.
I will put the goo on top of some yogurt or like some some breakfast cereal or whatever it might be. But what I'm doing is with the juice, because there's quite a lot of passion fruit juice, I'm putting the juice, into like soda water and ice and then putting it in my Stanley Cup and just having like a delicious fresh passion fruit and soda drink.
That's
like
great.
That. It's so delicious.
It's a very Native American thing.
It's
You're
like
using every part of the animal.
And it's just, but this drink it's so refreshing.
Just passion fruit and soda water.
Just passion fruit, juice
I don't
and
trust
soda
it.
water.
You're a guy who eats chocolate for breakfast. I'm sure you're not putting any sugar in there.
You don't
or-
need to. This is my whole point.
Yeah,
I'd been
right.
experimenting with iced teas. And the problem with iced teas is
He spent a career making fun of police, then he plays one on TV. Is that the problem?
that's the problem.
Yeah. What is the problem with iced teas, plural?
That I think that a lot of them need a sweetener. Like, you
Right.
know, they can be a bit too bitter.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this passion fruit soda water, man, like I'm thinking about, I would love a soda water fountain.
Mm.
What do you think out of this? So I could get a soda stream, right?
Yeah.
Have you got a soda stream?
Certainly do.
How do you feel about the soda stream?
Love it. I think it's great.
Happy to have SodaStream come on board as a sponsor if they want to be.
SodaStream, get on board.
Okay. All right. So you're fine with the SodaStream.
Love it.
Do you find it easier to like refill the bottles and whatever
Yep.
it is? Run me through.
I find it hard to tell when it's out of gas because sometimes it gets to a point where you've almost emptied the bottle and it is putting gas in, but like, because normally they say do 4 or 5 squirts, psh, 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 but you're like, oh, it's not quite as there's fizz, but it's not doesn't have the bite of like a really fizzy sparkling water.
Can you run me through the entire SodaStream process?
Okay.
Like, can you?
So you have to purchase.
Yeah.
So when you purchase it, it comes with a canister, generally speaking.
Okay. Yeah.
So when that is done, you can go to mostly like service stations where you normally get gas from, like a replacement bottle, and they will have one there. So you.
Can I get it at the supermarket?
I don't think some supermarkets do, but mostly it's like where you get gas from, like service stations.
Yeah.
Is where you get them from mainly. And so you do.
And how often am I going through this gas? Do you reckon?
I reckon every 2 to 3 months.
Okay.
And we're a fizzy household. Like we're often every day we use it. I'd say
I'm pretty fizzy too, though.
Yeah. So I'd say that a 3-person household using it every day, probably about 2 months worth of fizz.
Well, if you get I'm not using it any more than you're going to use. That feels right to me, right?
Yeah.
You've got an extra half a that's
Half a
fine.
person. Technically, because we went to Science Works on the weekend, and you can weigh yourself. She's actually a quarter of me.
A quarter of you.
Yeah, she's 20 kilos.
She'd be about a fifth of me, I suppose.
Yeah.
Sit her down. You're a quarter of me, but you're a fifth of
Uncle Will.
And you're a seventh of
Andre the Giant.
I don't know. It's weird that you've introduced Andre the Giant, but sure. Okay. So, all right. So this thing basically just hooks in. Is it a complicated procedure to put it into the thing?
No. It's
And
very
then you
easy.
just like,
That's it.
and that's it.
Yeah. It's just a very. They've made it very
Water out of the
intuitive.
tap. You just get water out of the tap.
Water out of the tap. It's better. It fizzes better when it's chilled. So I normally
so you chill the
pre-chill.
water first.
They
And then
normally,
fizz
when you
it.
buy the Soda Stream, they give you 2 or 3 spare bottles.
Yeah.
So I'll just fill them with water and just keep them in the fridge. And when it's time to charge one,
Okay.
Yeah.
And you find it easy to use.
Easy
and
to
convenient
use.
to use.
Convenient to use. The only
What's
if I
the
had
downside?
a quibble,
I want a
it's
quibble.
it's just
Tell me the quibble.
it's hard to tell when it's out of juice. I don't think my mouth or taste buds are attuned enough to know whether or not I need to be getting a new gas bottle because it doesn't beep or anything. Like it'll still blast and make the sound like there's gas in it, even when there's not gas in it.
Interesting. They should fix that.
Yes,
They
I
should
think.
come up with a better version
In
of that.
fact, that's the new TOFOP
Get on
business.
board. Yeah.
We're gonna get. We're getting out of fucking activewear or leisure wear. We're getting into Soda Streams. Bubble trouble.
Yeah.
That's what we call it.
Okay. Bubble
Yeah.
trouble. I like it actually.
TOFOP bubbles. TOFUBbles. No. TOFODA stream? No.
Everybody regas.
Definitely do it. And I think you'll be enjoying passion fruit fizzy drinks for many years to come.
Interesting. All right, good.
All right, so back on the Stanley Cup. A few weeks ago, we released a compilation episode of Stanley Cup episodes. This came in from Rosie, and she's not the first person to talk about this. Hey guys, you're talking about your Stanley Cup. Want to draw your attention to an alternative, Our Life.
Yeah.
Our Life tumbler has a straw you can sip from, but also a wider mouth for chugging. A leak-proof and lockable lid, and a side handle a la Stanley. I personally have the Our Free Sip It's been a game changer. I never drank water before I got this bottle.
I've never drank water before.
What are you talking about?
Never even heard of it.
What are you talking about? And now I carry it everywhere. It's stupidly expensive. But wasn't there an episode a few years back where you and Will literally spent the whole thing talking about water and staying hydrated? Probably.
I mean, we've talked about a lot of things.
Anyway, this is off the topic.
And also, we've talked about this before, but this podcast is nothing if not...
It's like sidebars
and also contradictions.
Complete we are not consistent on anything.
No consistency at all.
Anyway, I've been a listener since the very beginning.
Thank you.
And as a young teenage girl, I was kind
of now though.
I was kind of horrified by the gross boy talk, but also morbidly fascinated.
Yeah, okay, as like a science experiment.
I have been charmed listening to you guys evolve over the years.
Syndrome.
Into now curmudgeonly old men.
Come on, no. Really?
I'm not a doctor, but
Young,
I
cool
am
people.
a clinical psychologist.
I'll take it. That's a doctor.
You keep me laughing so I can keep them crying.
Oh, yeah.
In brackets, which is usually a good sign of a client accessing emotions that need to be processed.
That's right. Release something. That's good.
Thanks, Rosie.
Okay, thank you, Rosie.
Not the catchiest catchphrase.
Nah, but I appreciate it. It's good that you've grown up listening to this and thought, you know what I need to get into? Understanding what makes people so fucked up.
Do you think we prompted her in the same way that, like,
she's like, if
Bruce
I can
Wayne
listen
saw
to
his
this
parents
bullshit.
killed and is like, I've got to take on crime.
We're her origin story.
She's like these twisted fucks. I've got to stop this from spreading in society.
Yeah.
You might have remembered, Will, early in this year, I
yeah.
told a lengthy story about a camping trip I went on with Gemma and Iona and some friends.
I do remember. Setting up in the dark and the rain.
That's right. Rodney has written in to say, Dear Charlie, I am a scout leader.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I need more information. Can't make a judgment.
In North Queensland. And
thanks,
often,
Rodney. It's lovely to have you. I'm going to make no joke. Rodney, I'm sure you're actually fantastic and you hate people making jokes about
it'd be terrible,
leaders,
right?
Right?
To say you're scout leader.
Exactly. And you're actually just trying to contribute to like people having outdoor adventures and like...
What do you think is a more awkward, like if you had to introduce a new friend to your group of friends, like me and stuff, if you suddenly became friends with, what would be more awkward, a scout leader or a priest?
If you were...
What do you think, if you were saying to your friends, hey, I met this guy, he's really cool, we've been hanging out a lot, I've been making passion fruit soda drinks.
Yeah.
What's more awkward, to reveal that he's a scout leader or to reveal that he's a priest?
I say this with all due respect to Rodney. Scout leader. And I don't know why that is.
I would say priest.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
I think priest,
I think because I have a friend who's a pastor.
Right.
Like...
it's not a priest, though.
No. But I at least...
Did you say you have a friend who's a pastor or you're friends with pastor?
I said I have a friend, Pastor Fettuccine.
Father Fettuccine.
Fettuccine, mate. Will's going to church a lot. Father Fettuccine.
Church of Carbohydrates. Yeah, I can tell.
Jesus said, my foot is a fettuccine. Eat.
Anyway, Rodney is a scout leader. I often go camping in less than ideal conditions. Yeah. So I have graduated from a tent to a swag to a Jayco camper.
Okay.
Jayco, I think, a major supporters of the St Kilda Football Club.
Love to have them. Love to have Jayco on board with this. We could become a caravanning podcast.
It's a shitty old 90s one, but it's the best decision I've ever made. It has 2 double beds.
Oh, yeah.
It's insect proof and it has a little fridge and a gas stove. It also doubles as a spare room when people visit.
When people stay.
A great idea. Yeah. When camping isn't a nightmare, you're more likely to do it and have more fun. Your mate Razzle. Thanks, Razzle. I think that's a good idea. I'm not sure if I mentioned it on the episode.
By the way, I'd love if, like, at Scouts, your leader is like, firstly, Razzle.
Yeah.
Like, No, I like it. I'm into Razzle being your...
Razzle.
But here's the second thing is, like, you're meant to be learning survival skills and going camping, and his survival skill is buy a caravan.
Yeah. Stay indoors.
Tents are bad.
But I don't know if I mentioned in the episode, but there was, in that group of friends who went camping, there was one guy who
died.
No.
In the storm.
No. He was not that into camping. And so, but there's services now where you literally...
Yeah. Somebody does it for you.
Does it for you and packs up for you. So you have all the fun of, oh yeah, great, I'll turn up and...
Right. As soon as they have one where the person also just goes camping for you. Right?
Right, that's great. All right, thanks, Razzle. This next letter has come in from Melanie.
Melanie. Do you think it's Melanie C from the Spice Girls?
She's out in Australia, isn't she?
She's dates an Australian, I believe. She spends a lot of time here.
See Amy, our producer, ex-producer Amy, precursor to JP, Justice of the Peace, forwarded an email that Five's publicist is like, hey, the boys are coming to Australia. You guys interested in an interview? So she forwarded it on to me and Mike, and I said, the first question would be, is Jay okay? That's a yes. Interview over.
Isn't it interesting how curious you were, and now how
I don't care,
and now how you don't care at all?
Well, the mystery's been solved.
Yeah.
Like, and now it's been sort of done to death. And look, I appreciate it. People are still sending me Five content, but it's past. The moment is past. I had a.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I had a real
moment.
itch.
You had a, and then you've just moved on.
I haven't listened to them. I haven't listened to a Five song in ages. I like people are like, oh, you must be going to like get addicted to Fives. Like, I think you've fundamentally misunderstood what my interest in Five was. It wasn't the band or the music.
It was the mystery.
The mystery.
Yeah.
And also a little bit of the machinations of what had led to him leaving and, you know, all the into politics, all that kind of stuff. But it's certainly not like the music.
I mean,
because I learnt all the words.
You know what? We judge these shows like Lost for throwing out too many clues and hooks and mysteries to keep people in. Like, but the truth of it is that you've just revealed that once the mystery has been solved, you're like, I'm moving on.
Well, how's this right? So, you know, John Cena did a big heel turn in the wrestling 6 months ago. Did you not?
I'm not paying any attention.
Okay. So it was John Hill.
John Hill? Oh, yeah. Right.
John Cena, who's been the biggest babyface the last 20 years.
Yes.
Like, you know,
I'm familiar with who John Cena is, and I guess that he's a good guy.
And so just before WrestleMania this year, he did a huge heel turn, and it was a big viral moment. The Rock came out because The Rock's a bad guy character now. He came out, he partnered with John Cena, and John Cena kicked Cody Rhodes in the nuts and became a heel, and everyone lost their minds because it's like, John Cena's a heel. No one thought they'd ever see this. Is the biggest heel turn since Hulk Hogan turned heel.
Oh, yeah.
So for the last 6 months, they've been building the angle that they took is that John Cena, because even when John Cena was at his most popular, there was always a portion of the audience that would boo him because he's the baby face.
He was,
right?
Yes, that's right. He was too good to be true or to be liked.
So John Cena's angle on being a heel is like, you never appreciated me. I worked my ass off for this company and all you did was boo me. So when he comes out to the ring, he doesn't play his normal like highlights package. It's just a black screen, just with his name in black and white. Yeah. Plays his music, but he just like suddenly like stalks to the stage, and so they've been running because this is his final year of wrestling, like his farewell tour, and so they were running with this thing, and everyone's like, "Oh wow, where is this all leading?" And then the WWE were just like, forget that, it's not working. He's a good guy again, and they literally just like this happened a few weeks ago. By the time people hear this, but they literally just were like. He had a match against Cody Rhodes at some pay-per-view, and then they shook hands, and then he's a good guy again. It's like it was the equivalent of we woke up and it was all a dream.
Yeah,
it's like, how did you fuck that up? Like,
well, but such a big moment, right?
Yeah.
Like this is the thing that everybody has ever, has like speculated or
people
would never
wanted
happen, or right? And then just.
Nah, it's too hard. It's too hard to figure it out.
Yeah, couldn't work it out.
There's a new series on Netflix called Unreal, which is like because you know, I've always said I like wrestling fine, but I really love wrestling documentaries. Yeah. It's more the behind the scenes stuff. So Netflix have a series called Unreal, which is like a complete access to the writers' room, you know, the wrestlers, the wrestling, and so it's a real, you know. They throw away all the kayfabe, anything you know that people have loved about wrestling. It's like it's not that. This is more of a forensic examination of how the sausage is made. And so in this show they talk about the decision to turn John Cena heel, and so literally you're in the writers' room with the 10 writers and Triple H, and they're all talking about it. And one of them says like, "What if we turn Cena heel?" Yeah. And they're like, no, we can't turn Cena heel. It's like, you know, it's his farewell tour. He's got to play the greatest hits. And it's like, but people won't expect it. And then they're like, yeah, I'm getting behind that. And then everyone gets on board. But I'm like, are they going to release an episode where they're at the writer's room going, we fucked up. Like we wrote ourselves into a corner. We don't know what to do with this anymore.
Hadn't really thought it through.
Why don't we just pretend like we never did it? All right. This is from Melanie.
I mean, that's the Marvel approach too now, isn't it? Like Like, you
I
know,
haven't seen a Marvel film
I
in
know, but you
forever.
know that they're gonna in these like whatever,
the
like
new
it's-
Avengers or
and it's
whatever.
all going to be erasing. Like, oh, that's all nothing anymore. That universe is gone. And
You remember
we're
this
back.
stuff? You like this?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we got Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
back.
uh-huh.
You remember him?
Yeah.
You like him, right?
Yeah.
Tell us what you want.
Please.
We need to print money.
We felt like we knew what we were doing 5 years ago.
Melanie,
Uh,
just listening to your episode, Saxman Won't Budge.
okay.
Do you remember that episode?
No. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, great. Okay, go on. No,
Okay, all right.
good. This is good.
This is not about Saxman, but we can
Oh,
get back to Saxman
Okay,
because that's
yes.
another
I definitely
level.
want to get back to sex man.
Okay, you discussed Woody Harrelson's dad being a convicted
Okay.
contract killer and whether there's any Nepo baby trickle down for Woody.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, useless trivia, there might be.
Okay.
When Oliver Stone was trying to make the case to cast Woody Harrelson in Natural Born Killers, the thing Woody was most known for was Cheers. So there was some skepticism from Warner Brothers that he could pull the role off.
Yes.
Oliver Stone claimed that because of who Woody's father was, he could see the darkness in Woody that would enable him to go from a beloved sitcom actor to playing a mass murderer. And that, plus the irony of the juxtaposition of Woody's sitcom persona and the role in Natural Born Killers, worked with what Stone was going for. So, in a way, there was some benefit to Woody's career from his father being a hitman, since Natural Born Killers was his first leading dramatic action role and put him on a career trajectory for roles like Larry Flint, which got him his first Oscar nomination. So yes, Woody Harrelson could arguably be considered to be a hitman's Nepo baby.
Oh my God.
I think that checks out.
That does check out.
Because
You only
his
got
father
thi-
was.
You only got this because of who your dad
Yeah,
was.
exactly.
Oh, because my dad wasn't a serial killer. Then I don't get.
I don't
this
get
part.
cast.
Right. All right.
All
Okay.
right. Do you want to hold on to the thing till we get to the sax man? Because there is another sax man.
What's the sax man? What is the sax
Someone
man?
has a story about another sax man.
Okay, I've got a sax man story as well.
Okay,
So do you
well-
think we should save it until the sax man?
No, I'll read.
Well,
the,
yeah, do
well,
the other
on the
one.
topic of sax
Yeah,
man.
okay.
Saxon. This is
Let's
from
do that.
Angus.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of the pod since 2015.
Oh,
Well, it's 5 years in. Pretty good.
that's pretty good.
Two
though.
thirds of a fan.
I think I've only been a fan of the pod since then.
I was finally inspired to write in off the back of Charlie's Saxman story.
All right, great.
I believe I have the perfect term for these hybrid entertainers.
Okay, great.
A couple of years back at a friend's wedding, there was a DJ / saxman doing the dance floor. Oh, sorry, DJ plus saxman doing the dance floor music.
Okay.
The DJ was fine, but the guy with the sax was a very hairy, very sweaty, and very weird man, giving off a strange vibe as he roamed the dance floor.
Okay.
He didn't seem to be in time with the music the DJ was playing either. He just was really popping off and randomly noodling riffs whenever he wanted.
Okay.
A female friend of ours recounted that at one point, in a pause between noodling, he leaned in close to her while she danced and said, I get off at 10 with a wink.
Yeah. I'm also a sex man.
From that day on, he was dubbed the sax offender. And now we apply that term to any sax DJ combo for their general crimes against good dance floor vibes. I would have loved to have seen Foss's take on the sax offender, but oh well.
Oh, here's what I will say about the sax offender is that I do think there is something about when you say, oh, yeah, the saxophone player who played with the DJ at the wedding was a bit sleazy, that you go, yeah,
It checks out.
that doesn't feel like something that we have to legal. That feels like we're not defaming anybody. So
Yes.
I had one of these occasions of my own.
All right.
So I was in Bali for a wedding, as you know, and at that wedding, there was a DJ and saxophone player playing for 4 hours. So 4 hours of like Bali wedding, DJ and saxophone player. Here's what I'm going to firstly say to you. It was good.
Okay.
So I'm going to firstly say DJ was like a kind of like, kind of that sort of female DJ kind of modern, like edgy,
Cool, hip.
cool,
Yeah.
that sort of look.
Yeah.
And then he had a bit more of a, like more worked out, like kind of like a bit more shiny, but like more like a guy who works out. Wasn't the kind of
like the
wasn't
guy from Lost Boys?
yeah, like
the sax man from
not
Lost
like
Boys.
long hair, like short, much shorter, but
But he was fit.
but fit.
So it was an
Yeah.
eye candy for boys and girls and
It
girls
felt
and boys.
they both felt like a bit hot.
Yes,
like
okay.
what I mean, like it had that sort
Yeah.
of vibe of this is like.
You
they
imagine that maybe they go home together and have a wild sex or something.
No, it didn't feel like a couple.
I know, but sometimes it's good to think about
Just
that stuff.
afterwards. Oh, you just I think if you wanted to think about
Yeah,
that,
you know what I mean? It's eye candy.
If you are a bored auntie at a table at a wedding,
or a
and you
48-year-old podcaster,
I mean, and you need a little side fan fiction that you want to do about whether the DJ is fucking the sax player, then
Sure.
I guess they were within the realms of, and I guess she might have a girlfriend as well.
I love it. I love it. Keep going.
So anyway, what I observed was that it was a real combination of songs that had saxophone in them where like the saxophone would come in that place, and then other places where the saxophone was just playing a riff or a whatever from a song or a tune or a like.
Can I ask?
Yes.
Because you said it was good.
Yeah.
And if you recall, the reason the one I went to was bad
Yeah.
was like all the songs were
Yeah.
terrible, very mediocre kind of pop songs, middle of the road pop songs, but could sax over the top.
Did not feel like the saxophonist had any
Dictated
choice in what
songs.
the DJ
Okay.
was doing. It felt like it was DJ. I don't know what their collaborative process was. I was too
When they were
busy
too busy having
thinking
sex
about-
with each other. They're so hot.
So I didn't go up and say, just out of interest,
Yeah.
how do you collaborate?
Yeah.
Is it like DJ forward and then saxophone, or like is it input both ways? It felt like to me,
By the way, I'd like to input it both ways with you.
it felt like to me, excuse my friend, we do a podcast together. I'm honestly, I was asking this for an innocent reason. You're doing a great job. Congratulations. So the two of them together, she was DJing the whole time. Obviously, you kind of have to. He would only do sort of once in every 3 songs or whatever he'd get involved, I reckon. He would do a little bit of moving sax at different times if it was needed, but also out into the dance floor a bit if needed, but it didn't over-intrude, didn't make it about him. If she needed to go to the bathroom, he would mind the decks,
Okay.
Yeah. Keep an eye on it.
Yeah. It seems to be the big advantage of being a sax player is you can boogie woogie when you do it.
Totally.
Yeah.
So now I got an insight into what it would cost you. So to get to hire for 4 hours at a Bali wedding on a Saturday night. So I'm going to give you the parameters here because I've had this discussion.
Oh, 4 hours. Yeah.
And it's interesting to me what people think the number is.
Yeah.
There's no right or wrong, and this is not a judgment or anything. This is literally just so from what I've described to you, that I thought they did a really good job. They played for 4 hours.
There's
There's two of them, and it's in
sax.
your holiday destination where they wouldn't be the only wedding that night, in town. So there'd be some sort of.
And you think it was high end,
I think so, yeah.
All
But we weren't at a overly ostentatious. It was one of those weddings that where the resort has played a part, has a kind of
There's a
there's a place
reception
they
area.
exactly. It's that sort of thing of they do that sort of stuff there. But what do you think the number is for 4 hours of a DJ and a and I've only heard this secondhand, but just for the sake of what you think it is.
I would say somewhere between 5 and 10K.
Okay, great. See, this is more interesting to me.
Okay.
So it was $4,000.
Oh, yeah. That's cheap.
So the way that you went, okay.
Yeah.
I did that as well.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was in the minority. It felt like a lot of people thought that was a lot of money. That's 4,000.
No, that's
Whereas
nothing.
for me, that's what I was a bit the same as that.
When you consider the hours, plus there's 2 of them,
there's 2,
plus the service they're providing, plus the specialty of the service. It's not like you're just getting a DJ. You're having a live performance. That's my initial thought was I was at an hourly rate, and I'm no, it would be because they would have to bring their
it'd be for the
equipment
night.
in. So $4,000 seems unders for me.
Well, it feels reasonable, right?
Reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like what it would cost.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like.
And you factor in wedding markup, holiday,
yes, of course.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Maybe if it was a weekend in Sydney or Melbourne or something, it'd be less.
Yeah.
Maybe it's $3,000.
It's not even the amount of money that because I don't have a frame of reference. It was just the fact that when that number was quoted, and I was like, yeah, that seems right. And everyone else was like, that seems like a lot. And I was like, does it?
Yeah, no, I don't think. Oh, maybe.
I mean, I'm like, it's a lot of money for sure, but like, I didn't feel like for the service that felt about right to me.
I'm just trying to think of like, because I've organised 40th and stuff. I organised your 40th and Gemma's and stuff. And I think the price for DJs on their own is generally around about 15 to $2,000.
Yeah.
And that's only for like an hour or two.
Yeah, and
or
then
a couple of hours.
not playing a saxophone.
Not playing a saxophone. So, yeah, that's interesting. It sounds like a lot of cheap friends. All right, moving on. Let's go. Oh, a lot of talk around Haig's. So what's... Mike, you're still here? Can you get on mic for a second? Is that possible? Do Haig's still like us? Haig's gonna send us any more treats soon?
Haig's. We're talking Haig's. What's our current relationship with the Haig's organisation?
No beef with Haig's. They're cool. They got some sponsorships with us.
They're coming back?
When are they going to come back? When are Haig's coming back?
Here's what I'll say. When they sent us that care package, and we went through everything and we divvied it up, and I said that it lasted me 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. That's the right amount for it to last. I have like bought 3 times that since we ate that. I have also received another one of those from like CJZ, the company that make Gruen, as my present at the end of the... I got another box of chocolates from the ABC that weren't Haig's, and I was like, you don't know me at all. I've worked for this organisation for like half my life, and you know nothing about me. Get me Haig's and only Haig's.
Haig's or nothing.
Support an Australian brand, you know what I mean? All I'm saying is, Mike, that Haig's should be the permanent sponsor
naming rights
of this podcast. I'm happy.
Haig's, everyone relax.
I mean, where is more relaxing than a Haig's store? I love the organisation. You know that any sponsorship money that you put into this podcast, I am going to spend. It's just going to go straight back into Haig's.
Yeah.
This is the best money that you've ever spent.
They're going to get it straight back.
It's all going straight back. I'm literally walking down there with the money I'm making from the sponsorship to buy more Haig's.
You don't understand, Mike. I am haunted by the fact that I did not take more chocolate that day. I was so generous. I was offering them to the people around the office. We left some chocolates behind. I think I'm an idiot, because here's what I'll say.
You are an idiot.
Here's what I'll say. Licorice bullets.
By the way, I've quoted to other people when you said, this will last me for an entire year. I was like, he's a madman.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. Licorice bullets are the most kind of whatever chocolate, and the quality. They are
the best.
Their licorice is the best
so
licorice
good.
I've ever eaten. Yeah. Covered it in the best chocolate.
Come back on. We will be your bitches. We already are. We love you so much.
We're not giving any leverage in negotiations.
No,
here.
but I think sometimes you can be like, oh, but playing it cool hasn't helped, right? I think
we're the St Kilda Football Club. We're like, we'll give you $2 million.
I think that honestly, I think we love your product more than anyone else could ever love your product. And we are willing to yes, okay, it's easy to get me to like chocolate, but this is Charlie.
Yeah.
This is a guy who there's 10 years on this podcast of him saying, a banana's just as good as chocolate. You know what I mean? And then suddenly...
The sales team have specifically asked us to stop giving away free publicity. This is part of the problem as to why they don't need to sponsor us, is because we keep...
all right, let's pivot. Let's pivot. I think Haig's is okay, but I need more convincing.
No, don't say that. I don't even say that.
No?
I don't like it.
You're scared.
I don't like it.
You're scaring them away.
I don't want them barring me from Haig's.
Okay, this came in from Claire. I listen to a heap of podcasts because my commute is pretty long.
Yeah.
I've heard the regular podcast ads across the board, the mattress companies, the Better Helps, the weirdly specific razor companies, and I've never been inspired. But I always listen to the ads anyway because I want to support whatever the podcast is doing. However, a Haig's ad? I don't think I've ever seen or heard of Haig's advertised ever. When I worked in the CBD 10 years ago, I used to be very partial to some Haig's on a Friday trip home as a treat. But where I live and work now is a Haig's desert. But what can I say? You've influenced me, and I went and got myself some Haig's, and it was just as delicious and expensive as ever.
Not expensive. It's affordable. That's the other thing too.
Hopefully, you can use this testimonial to get yourself some more sweet Haig's sponsorships cash.
Apparently, we can't.
It's letters like this that are ruining.
This is convincing. This is the whole point of podcast advertising is that they will
we're influencers,
right?
Yeah. P.S. I'm also really enjoying Will's books recommendations. I'm a librarian. Shh, don't tell my colleagues. I'm taking book recommendations from a non-book podcast over them.
Can I recommend a couple of
So
books?
you got some crime books
that I've been reading.
Yeah.
So I've been reading a series that was recommended to me by Benjamin Stevenson, who is the author, the Australian murder mystery author.
Mm-hmm.
And his books are fantastic, and I recommend Everyone in This Family's Killed Somebody and Everyone on This Train Killed Someone.
You've talked about it before.
Yeah. Really, really fantastic. And I asked him for a recommendation of like a writer that he liked, and I think his name is Anthony Horowitz. And so the first one I read is called Magpie Murders, and it's really fantastic. So it's a female book editor, murder mystery book editor. She's been editing these murder mysteries by this like mystery writer for all this time, who writes these kind of like Hercule Poirot style, like, you know, Agatha Christie style, like period like murder mysteries. And then he is killed or something, and then there is a mystery that unfolds. But to solve that mystery, you have to read the book that he was writing about the thing. So it's actually two books. It's the book about
That's clever.
the book, but within it, there's like an old school murder mystery written in the style of this. Like anyway, I've just finished reading the second one in that series, and they are really inventive and really fantastic. So that's
a good book recommendation. Yes. Just before we leave chocolate, one more bit of email. In fact, Mike, this might work in our favour in terms of making Haigh sweat a little bit. This might put a little pressure on Haigh to come back to the party. This is from Jeremiah. Still not a medical professional, but I just wanted to chime in after the Haigh Choco ep.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's been months and months when you read this out.
It has been. Well,
so just to remind you, it's the one where you found out about the Haigh Choco ad read and possibly a sponsorship. I love the idea of a Choco Vault and would love to put forth Vogue's chocolates from Chicago for Will to review. While looking to see if this brand could be purchased locally in Australia, I see the company has been sold during bankruptcy.
Oh, no.
But there are new owners that have the recipes and continue producing this great chocolate. Ask Will to check it out, and he's given us a link. Vogue's chocolate. Vosges chocolates. Vosges.
Okay, I don't think I have before.
Hey, Jeremiah, if you want to send us some... do we want to ask him to send us some chocolate?
No, I mean, if you send me the link, I'll see if I can find some.
Oh, yeah, go get some Vosges chocolates, Haig's.
Yeah.
Is that Mike? Is that
about that?
If we neg him, is that
maybe?
Yeah. Maybe we're going to try another chocolate.
Some other chocolates.
We're sorry, Haig's.
If you don't want to get on board with us, then maybe we'll be.
I didn't want to do it. We'll maybe do it.
I've actually heard there's a lot of good chocolates out there, and maybe I would like some of those other chocolates more than Haig's if they gave us money to like them.
Yeah, that's definitely sure.
But I'd really still buy Haig's.
This is from Jack. It says the subject is TOFOP caught me slipping, slipping SLIPPIN apostrophe. Hey, bit of a weird one.
Yeah.
I just want to say thanks.
Thanks.
But in the most roundabout, late to the party, completely not on purpose kind of way.
Okay.
Here's the deal.
Okay, what's the deal?
I never rated you guys. Not aggressively. I just didn't connect.
Oh, no.
Will, your shows didn't land with me.
Yeah.
Charlie, I remembered you from Home and Away and thought, hey, he's that guy who looked like he was about to emotionally storm out of the surf club.
I mean, so far this hasn't really worked well for us, this letter.
No offense, just not my scene.
There's some offense.
Then one day,
Can't just say no offense, you know what I mean?
I'm in the middle of doing something mundane, gardening or folding towels or having an existential crisis. Who knows?
Who knows?
Spotify decides to throw on TOFOP.
Oh, yeah.
Total accident.
Okay.
I think I just couldn't reach my phone in time.
Yeah.
But you know what? I let it roll. And then I stayed. And then I enjoyed it. And now you're in my bloody ears multiple times a week, and I've had to revise several long-held prejudices. Thanks a lot. Then I found philosophy, and now I'm fully converted. Turns out, behind the comedy and chaos, there's curiosity, depth, and two blokes who know how to listen better than most professionals pretending to do interviews. It's genuine, disarming, human. Basically, you got me.
Finally.
After years of fucking derision.
We'll get you all eventually. One by one.
So this is a late thank you. Thanks for being real.
Yeah, all right.
Thanks for doing the work.
Okay.
And for still winning over new listeners after all these years.
I mean, that is good.
Not with polish or punchlines.
No, oh dear God. Well, we're back. I mean, can't
Can't
give
get one
us
compliment.
anything. Thought this was going to end on a nice note, and then it's like, oh, no punchlines.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah,
It's
thanks
plenty
for
of
being
punchlines.
thanks for being those
What
idiots.
are you talking about? There's nothing but punchlines.
Not with polish or punchlines, but by being actual people. The older I get, the more I realize life's good stuff usually shows up after I stop trying to curate it. Spotify agreed, and you two got in the door. So yeah, cheers. You've earned a fan.
I don't like that, by the way, that it came via algorithm, though. You know, the fact that Spotify, a company that gives us absolutely no money for our show, just is randomly we got one person. Thanks, Spotify.
But isn't it also don't those algorithms generally send you stuff that's going to aggravate you to get?
Oh, it's true.
to
This was
get
probably a hate
engagement.
listen.
Yeah.
They threw it into your feed as a hate listen.
Oh, this guy hates these two.
He hates
idiots.
Home and Away and everything Will Anderson's ever done.
James or Mike, how long have we done? Because I have a. How long have we done?
We're at 43 minutes.
Okay.
Okay,
43
okay.
minutes.
So
great.
I've got one letter,
more.
and then we can get into
Okay.
because the letter tails into crack that pack.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Mike or James, JP, I don't know who can set this up, but I'm intrigued by this.
Okay.
Gentlemen,
If
I could get you two into the Arnott's factories, chocolate biscuits are made in Sydney and Adelaide, and we make our cream biscuits in Brisbane, would you be interested? I work at Arnott's. I could probably organise it. We don't do public tours, but I'll make an exception for two Gen X podcasters. P.S. Any chocolate biscuit is amazing coming straight off the line.
Yeah, I've heard.
And if you play your cards right, you might just get one.
Man.
And he's given his details. So what do you reckon? Should
mean,
we
I
have a
don't-
production meeting on air? What do you think about the idea of going to a
I
biscuit
love the
factory?
idea. I worry that I would be skating pretty close to appearing on Media Watch with my face covered.
It'd be like
in
CCTV footage.
chocolate
Here you
biscuit.
see Anderson entering the biscuit factory, exiting, his pockets filled with family assorted. Just corruption
hot
scandal.
chocolate smeared all
Yeah.
over my face.
When people say, what was that mysterious white powder on Will's face?
Yeah.
It's like icing sugar.
Yeah, it's just like me on one of those carousels at the chocolate. I'm just underneath.
Mainlining fucking cream filling.
I'm the Augustus Gloop of the Arnott's Biscuit Factory.
I mean, I have no such conflicts.
No, you don't.
So if we wanted
Get
some,
'em in there.
we wanted some content, but once
I'd love
it's
to
free
go.
advertise. It's free
But,
advertising
yeah,
for
it's
bloody
true, though. We need Arnott's to get involved
Arnott's.
as
Shouldn't
well.
they need to? Shouldn't they be paying us to go visit them?
Yeah, it's true, actually.
Mike's
Getting
nodding in a
getting
very
two-
Machiavellian
getting
way.
two
Look at
influencers
him.
like us.
He's doing a stank
Two-
face and he's nodding.
Two very cool Gen X influencers like us to go and visit the Arnott's Biscuit Factory. You probably need to sponsor their show.
I think so.
Yeah.
Like if we're going to
then
go
I
there
can
and
go.
create
Then
content.
I can actually go.
Is that
because
right?
that's fine.
Is that how it
seems probably not, but
Oh.
that's how I'm going to justify it in my mind.
when you're lying on a conveyor belt, put it in Monte Carlo
In front of
filling.
Senate estimates, and they're showing the footage. And I'm like, I regret nothing.
This is your ABC. Mike, thoughts?
Yeah, he's got thoughts. Oh, hang on, hang on.
He's
Just
got to
swap
pass.
heads.
So
That's-
JP, you can chime in too if you want at some point.
We just need an editorial.
Yeah.
Look, the sponsorship would be great.
Yeah,
Failing
sponsorship
that,
would be great.
We
Thank
need
you.
an editorial reason to
Yeah, an
justify
editorial
you
reason to
guys being
justify.
there to solve
Yeah.
it for Will.
To solve it. That's
and
true,
then
yes. Editorial.
Can we do an episode from the factory?
Yeah.
We'll do it in Sydney. I'll take some mics.
Yeah, it's true,
And
actually. We could
they
crack
get
a
a free
pack.
kick.
The original Crack the Pack, right? Like
Yeah.
at the factory.
Crack the pack. Oh my God,
Like,
it's the freshest crack that
Don't,
pack
you
ever.
don't even have to crack the pack. It's
There's no pack
pre-pack.
to crack.
There's no
There's no
pack to crack. We've
Pre-crack
gone
that
back,
pack.
Right?
Yeah.
Pre-pack cracking.
Pack the
Crack
pack the
that
cat.
fact. Teresa.
What the? What's the fact?
Crack a fat.
Crack a fact.
Crack a fat.
No, what do you say?
Crack that fact.
Crack
that fact.
Yeah, crack that fact.
Frequently asked questions.
Yeah. So,
What?
Factory.
Factory. Oh, right. I was like, what's the?
maybe
Crack the
that fact.
Yeah.
No,
okay,
no, because that still sounds like facts as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, could we do a editorially, like before pre-pack, how did the biscuits taste pre-pack versus
Yes.
from the
Oh
factory.
my God. Yes, we have we get packaged one from the supermarket,
Yeah,
who
sure.
also sponsors the
Yeah.
show, whatever supermarket we go to.
That's right.
And then we go
It's
to the
only
factory.
two. Oh, no, we'll get a whole. We'll build this ground up. We'll do it like a radio promotion. We'll get like it's like MasterChef. We'll get a supermarket deal. We'll get like a what else?
I don't know.
A car deal.
A car
to get
deal.
there.
Yes, a car
To get there,
deal.
like because we
Or
have to
could
transport to the
We could
factory.
just go. We could just go as well. We could just do it.
We could.
But I don't want to.
I mean, I want like a ground up. I want to make $100,000.
They won't treat us. They won't treat us special if we just
Nah.
go.
They want to name a biscuit after us, like Selena Gomez.
Yeah, didn't Hamish and Andy name a shape or something like that? A shape
yeah.
biscuit.
We should be.
Chip.
What's the
Gravy
least
Chip.
popular biscuit? Could
Wow,
we?
the orange. That's what we worked out from doing the family assorted.
Yeah,
is the
the
orange. What's it called?
rough.
Tasty? No.
The orange biscuit.
Yeah,
What's
whatever the orange filling.
JP, what's the orange Arnott's biscuit called?
in the family
The
assorted?
orange cream? Is it called an orange cream?
Tangy cream? Orange tang? Tang cream. Tang cream.
Slice?
Orange slice?
No. Is that what it's called?
Oh. The orange slice cream.
That sounds like they weren't even trying.
It's like they don't
Monte
even care.
Carlo, Kingston. Orange slice cream.
The everyone relax.
Yeah, biscuit. The cream filled, everyone relax. No, what about everyone?
That didn't work. That sounded horrible.
Let's see. You've got you got
Yes.
like s'mores, graham crackers.
Yeah.
Everyone relaxer cracker.
Are you all right?
No,
Are you having a nervous breakdown?
no. You know what?
You
Let's
had too much sandwich at lunch. I
We've
think.
got too much mail to get through.
Okay,
So for
let's
this
get through it.
episode,
All
so
right,
let's save
okay.
this for another.
Yes.
We're gonna. This is a two-parter. We're gonna
Let's forget
empty the
about that
mailbag in the next
forever.
episode.
like always. Let's have an idea.
No,
and
we
forget
will.
About it
No,
forever.
no. I'm gonna
Okay,
keep
we'll
that
follow it up.
highlight. We'll follow
Yeah.
that up. But now it's time for. There we go.
Crack that pack.
So we're going to go another fancy biscuit.
Oh.
This is from the aisles of one of the major supermarket chains. It's a company called Bizzarri Dolce,
Oh.
which is Joe
Bizzarri
Dolce's
Dolce,
most famous
Bizarro.
uncle. Bizzarri Dolce,
Yeah.
handmade biscuits. These are chocolate dipped shortbreads, which
Okay. It's something that I should like, but traditionally when I've tried a packeted version of a chocolate coated shortbread, they are never as good as I'm hoping they're going to
well,
taste.
we Scotch finger was
Yeah.
the classic example. But here's what I'll say about shortbreads: the only good shortbreads I've ever had that have been like mass produced are the ones that come in the tin, like the old school British tins.
Oh yeah,
generally
so
from
good.
Scotland.
Yeah, I love
That's the
those.
best
Yeah.
shortbread.
Yeah.
These other ones are always a bit chalky and
Yeah.
weird. And I don't know what the Italians' connection to shortbread is, because I think it is more of a British thing. And I've never had a like a proper shortbread covered in chocolate, other than the Scotch finger, which is not really technically a shortbread. So I am cautious with this. I don't know it's going to be that great.
I have tried a chocolate coated shortbread, much like this, many times before,
Okay.
and have never been able to enjoy them anywhere near as much as I was hoping that I would.
Okay. So
I'm going in with very low
Oh, it's
expectations.
got a weird.
on
It's got
what
like
it
a.
is that we're gonna-
They're not a very appealing looking. That's the first thing I'll
they're
say.
not. They're kind of like the chocolate has just like smooshed
Yeah.
on the.
Whatever chocolate they're using, it melts too easily. It has a whiter top, like the color of the shortbread is whiter on
I'm gonna
top
try it
and
first.
yellower on the bottom. I don't know if that's an intentional thing or. Oh, I just tasted it with my tongue and didn't even take a bite, and it tasted terrible. Will's tossed it, no good. Not even going to finish it. No.
I regret the day I've ever met you that has led me to eating that disgusting. That is. This might end the podcast.
That is one of the
That is
worst
one of the worst biscuits
biscuits.
I've ever eaten in my
That
entire
is
life.
worse than the cornflake one.
I went in with low expectations. That feels like it's off.
Yeah, that's not
Doesn't
good.
feel
What
like.
is the use by date on that?
I don't know. No one's ever bought a packet, I think. We might be the first people
We're
who've
pretty
ever.
close.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
the
we're,
use
clo-
by-
we're down to the line. Like,
in 3 days.
oh,
these go
3
off.
days. Yeah, well, I reckon they might have gone a little early. I reckon. I think they might have overestimated what that best before date was. Because they can't be meant to taste like that. That can't be what they've intended.
Oh.
There can't be someone down at the factory who's gone, we've nailed this batch, send them out. Because that is some of the most, that's got to be off, right?
That's worse than anything we've ever had. That's worse than the Mars bar biscuit. That is worse than the...
This has put me off biscuits. Wow. There's some aftertaste too. That's
fucking
just
terrible.
Like awful.
It's like chemically though.
Like,
It's like
yeah.
it's like when you accidentally eaten like plastic or something.
Oh,
I feel like I put petrol in my mouth.
Charlie, there's definitely a petrol-y kind of.
Yeah, we may not be. We may not be back next.
Nah,
week.
this might be it. This might. How does TOFOP end? Well, it turns out
They
flew too close to the sun in their biscuit eating segment, and they eventually ate some bad biscuits and died.
The irony being they were arguing about whether or not they should visit the Arnott's factory and have a fresh biscuit, and then the very next thing they did was eat the world's oldest biscuit.
Well, that's.
And almost
I
killed
mean,
themselves.
maybe that is a sign from the universe that like biscuits
They
get
fucking stink.
Oh, Charlie, can you take like even out? That's all that awful.
Oh, it stinks.
Oh,
Can you smell that?
I don't want to.
Oh, that is so bad.
yucky.
Oh God, I'm sorry to finish on such a downer.
God,
everyone.
that's awful.
But let's put some sizzle on next week because we still have all your letters to get through.
Okay, yeah, we've still got heaps of letters.
And we've got a biscuit that I'm hoping will be nicer than that one.
well, there's no way that it could not be.
So is there a lower than F?
If that is, if there's ever anything we have that is worse than that, we
have
the
to stop the
segment.
show.
Yeah,
We can't put ourselves through that again.
yeah. Well, I don't think we have to stop the show, but stop the segment. I think
Yeah.
we just stop doing Crack the Pack.
Yeah.
That to me,
Shame on you,
Yeah.
Bizarro Dolce, with a name like that.
the trusted company of Bizarro Dolce.
Bizarri Dolce.
We couldn't even trust Bizarri Dolce.
Hang on. Hey Siri,
Yeah.
what does Bizarri translate to from Italian to English? Oh, it can't understand me. Hang on.
all right.
What is Bizarri in English? Bizarri in
Shit biscuit.
Bizarri
Awful.
in
Off.
English.
Gross.
Oh
my God.
bizarre.
they were
bizarre
bizarre.
or strange or odd.
Yeah, they were definitely all
Well,
of
I
those
guess
things.
buyer beware.
It does what it says on the label.
Put it on Front Street.
Who are we to judge?
I mean, Joe Dolce once famously said, "Shut up in your face." I'm going to say, "Shut up, bizarre."
How much? Okay, here's a good question.
Yeah.
How much would Bizarri Dolce need to sponsor the show? They're like, they come to us and they say, we'd love to sponsor the show, Bizarri Dolce, but
You have to eat one every week.
you have to eat one every week. How much?
It'd have to be in the hundreds of thousands.
Per year or per episode? Per.
We do like 40 episodes a year. So
I know,
$4
but
million
those
each.
biscuits, like,
Okay,
to have
minimum.
that many of those biscuits, like full ones. We both just had a little bite of one.
That was fucking terrible.
Awful.
There should be
They should be
a
ashamed
customer
of
warning on
themselves.
that. I'm going to go.
I mean, maybe there is. Maybe if we read the fine
I'm gonna go
print, they're
yell
like,
at the
"Oh, it needs to be
teenagers who
used as a
stuck this
prank."
shelf
Yeah, like they
at
might be
local
prank
supermarket.
biscuits. Maybe they've just gone off. We should give them the benefit of the doubt that maybe they have just gone off before the best before date.
Yeah, man, that is the opposite of Haig's. That should be condemned.
Maybe
and
our palates just aren't refined enough to enjoy their garbage biscuits.
No way, that's terrible. All right, like I said, we'll be back to finish off the mailbag next week. Where should people find you to see you live on stage?
Comedy.com.au, and I'm coming to Newcastle, and it's got some Tassie gigs, and I've got Orange and a few other places as well, but there's a whole bunch of dates at comedy.com.au.
Oh, and I haven't plugged it in a while, but if you want to support the show, because at the moment we don't have a sponsor for some reason. Patreon, best way to do that.
Patreon.
Bonus content there, early episodes, ad-free episodes, everything you want from us, all at patreon.com/everyonerelax. Back again next week. I'm Charlie Clausen.
Oh, well,